and we are here to do a meditation a day. Well, on Wednesdays, we do something special that we call meditation excavation. And we call it that because we're going to go into meditation and we have absolutely zero idea where we're going. We're just going to dig in and we're going to see what the guides want to share with us today. So, Teri Angel, good morning.
Good morning, Ruth. It's a beautiful day, and I'm ready to dig in and excavate and see what comes forth on this beautiful Wednesday. And happy St. Patty's Day to everyone.
Oh, it is? Oh,
It is.
oops. Well, thank you. And I'll go change my clothes. Um,
Well, yeah, I forgot to wear the green too.
not that it matters at all, but
I have
okay.
green in my pants. We'll go with that.
Your pajama pants.
My pajama pants.
All right. Well, so we're going to sink into meditation and we invite you to join us and just meditate along with us. We'll share with you what we're experiencing as we go and just invite you to settle in, take a deep breath. And Teri, why don't you start us off if you don't mind? And get
Absolutely.
us in the flow and invite in the divinity.
All right. So I just shared it, and we're asking everyone else to share it when you find us. Let's go into our heart space right now. The breath is so important when we take that inward journey. And when you can focus on the breath, everything else just kind of falls away. So putting your hand on your heart brings your attention right to your heart center. And then start to take a deep breath in and see how that feels. How does it feel to bring that air into your body? Knowing that our body has to have it to survive, knowing that everything we need is provided for. When you take the breath in, just say a word of gratitude. Say thank you. Thank you that this is available to me to breathe into my lungs. And then when you breathe out, just let go of anything other than this moment. Any thoughts that are swirling around, anything that may be coming up for you today, you can put it aside for just these few minutes. And let's ask in our beautiful angels to surround us as you continue to breathe in slowly and deeply. Asking first for Archangel Raphael to come into our center of where we are with healing energy. And then we call in Archangel Michael. Michael is our protector, our guardian, helping to place us in a circle of white light. Just see that white light all around you. And then we call in Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel is the messenger angel that helps us have clarity, that helps illuminate whatever it is that's there for us to dig into, to look at, to take apart, and really analyze and say, what is this? What's the meaning of this in my experience? And then we call in Archangel Uriel. Uriel will help to center and balance, help give us that connection with Mother Earth. As you take in your breath, see the breath going all the way down the length of your body and out the bottom of your feet and down into Mother Earth. And then see that breath coming back up to your heart center, anchoring in there, and breathe in again. And with this breath, see it moving upward, up through the throat, the third eye, and out your crown chakra, reaching upward, up to your higher self, calling on the source of all energy, the Creator. And let's invite any of the other spirit guides, angels, anyone who wants to come in, recognizing and stating that only love and light are welcome in here. And anything that's for our best and highest good today, we welcome that energy in. And I feel Divine Mother coming forward very prominently today. I feel Kuan Yin. I feel Metatron bringing in the crystalline grid above us. Sandalphon bringing up the crystalline grid from Earth. So we're surrounded by this divinity. We are surrounded by the energy of the angels and connecting in with the Christ consciousness of all of us. We are going to just go deeper inside. Just take that deeper dive with us today. We're not going to stay on the surface. We are excavating whatever is there for us to look at. So just take a moment to be silent and see what comes forth for you. Just as Ruth and I are going to look into what they want us to bring out today, to discuss, to explore, and just to be in that energy.
Teri, you did a beautiful job of setting that stage. And I can absolutely see the crystalline grid around us. I feel so supported and grounded with this spiritual divinity that's here with us. And I'm kind of smiling because this morning I woke up and I felt like my body had a hangover. And when I feel like that, I always try to key in on what's happening in my body. And am I really feeling it physically, or is it an energetic kind of hangover? And what they had me do this morning, I woke up with a headache. And I have learned how in meditation to like reach in and pull out from my head energetically what it is that's giving me that headache. And I can look at it. And when I'm done looking at it and have figured it out and I don't want it anymore, I'll ask for an angel with a bucket. And it's a steel bucket. An angel will come and I'll drop that energetically in the bucket and they will take it off. I take it away. I don't need to explode it. I don't need to do anything like that. I just give it to an angel with a bucket. And when I did that this morning, my headache was gone. And it was such a reminder to me that so often what we're experiencing in our physical bodies is energetic. And we don't have to own it. We don't have to keep it. We can just allow to let it go. And as you were bringing in the crystalline grid, what I was hearing was angels with buckets. So here's where I think we're going with that today. I and Teri, we both work with 500,000 earth angels, and I'm hearing the words legions of angels. So if we needed more than 500,000, I know that they'd be there. And as we each are taking a place on this crystalline grid, I would welcome you to ask in an angel with a bucket. And let's just take a moment and do a body scan right now. We're just going to start at the top of our head and anywhere in your body that you're feeling any constriction, any pain, any anxiety, anything that doesn't feel like love. I want you to reach in and I want you to get a hold of it and I want you to pull it out. So let's do that for a minute. We're going to do a body scan. Start at the top of your head. If that all looks clear, move further down your body until you find something that feels like it doesn't belong energetically. Scroll down until you find something, and maybe you won't, and that's fabulous, but if you find something, get a hold of it and pull it out and take a look at it. And I want you to notice, what size is it? What color is it? What body part did you remove it from? And what's it doing? I pulled out some congestion from my lungs and I'm holding it so it can't sneak back in. And mine is kind of squirming as if it wants to sneak back in. So I'm going to see it, acknowledge it, and ask for my angel with a bucket. And I'm going to drop it in there and let it go. So let's do that. And if you found one and want to go back in and look for something else, do that right now. Let's take a minute. Look at it, acknowledge it, and give it to your angel with a bucket.
And Ruth, I think it's important to add in the element of love.
Mm-hmm.
When anything is in our energy field, no matter what it is, we might judge it as being wrong. We might judge it as being harmful or painful. But everything is there for a purpose. So if it came up for you to look at, to acknowledge, say thank you. Thank you that you're part of my energy. And now I choose to release you with love. I choose to gently let you go, to be transmuted into positive energy. That which we resist is going to persist. It's going to keep on being there. But if we thank it and say, okay, the time has come for you to go, and I release you with love, you're going to find that that energy is so beautiful, and it will go into that bucket willingly to be transmuted to positive.
And sometimes it's just a reminder as well.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be anything that you consider low level energy. I mean, I just removed something from my communication space and it was a reminder to speak my truth. So it wasn't a negative thing. I know we have several friends right now that are dealing with major health issues. We encourage them to do that as well.
Yes, Kuan Yin reminds us that love is the energy that heals. And even the scientists will tell us that the more love we can pour into our bodies, the more we can say, I love you. Even though if I look with my human eyes, I'm going to see flaws, I'm going to see things that I judge and criticize. If we can turn that thought to just love, I love every part of my body, and really do that, really look at everything, all the pieces and parts, being grateful to all the organs for working properly, to your body parts, your arms, your hands, your feet, everything that keeps you moving forward. Just say thank you, I love you. It's all you have to do. Just show that gratitude and love, and it will shift the energy.
You don't even have to be meditating when you're doing this. I know sometimes I'll just be going about my day and all of a sudden I'll feel something like a flutter in my chest or a flutter in my stomach, and I'll just stop and I'll just in my mind's eye get a hold of that, pull it out and look at it. And as soon as I do that, I notice that the feeling stops in my body. And I can look at it, acknowledge it, thank it, ask for the angel with the bucket, and let it go.
I think it's important also to recognize how we feel about being pain free. Do you feel worthy to have perfect health, or as perfect as can be in that human body? Do you feel like you deserve to have fun, to enjoy this life? And there goes some clearing. Do you deserve to have the very best experience you can have while you're walking on this earth plane? Really examine that and see if you feel like you are worthy, if you feel like you're enough to have that good health and good fortune, abundance, whatever it might be that's coming up for you right now. And say those affirmations, I am worthy. Tell yourself that. Tell that story to you and to your body and to spirit.
That's a beautiful point, Teri, and something that I'm being reminded of. Sometimes when you go to get a hold of that, you'll realize, I'm not going to pull this out and look at it. I actually need to go in and look at it. And if that's the case, just sit in your mind's eye and go into that body part and just take a look around. Is there something there that you are supposed to be paying attention to? And when I do that, typically for me, that'll come across like a flutter in my solar plexus or in my lung space. And I'll go in, and more often than not, what I find there, Teri, is my inner child,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fearful. And so when I go in and I sit with my inner child and hear what she's afraid of, then together she and I can release that feeling. So it isn't always a pulling out, sometimes it's a going in and dealing with that.
Yeah, I think that is the deeper dive when we can really acknowledge things instead of just skimming over it. It may be something inside that's really screaming to come forward, and that's what you pulled out. But what else is in there? What's underneath all that pain? And maybe there's some emotional trauma in there that you just keep pushing down. Just keep saying, I can't look at you right now. I can't deal with you right now. And that's okay. Be very gentle with yourself as you do this work. You don't have to do it all in one sitting either. You can always come back to this meditation and be guided, or you can just sit with the angels. Just do what we did. Call in your help. Call in the angels. Call on Divine Mother and on the Creator, and tap into that Christ consciousness. We are all part of the same oneness. And when you realize you're not alone, that's when you're brave enough to really look at all these things that are coming up for you.
I love where you went with that, Teri. When it's my inner child that is screaming for attention, almost every time I see that she's afraid, and that fear is about my own growth, that I am being guided to grow in ways that are making me nervous. And when I really key in on that, and I can encourage my inner child that my growth is not going to harm either one of us, that we are strong enough and brave enough to step into that growth, then she always moves along with me and can accept that when she knows that she is taken care of and secure. So that was one piece that came to my mind, Teri, as you were talking. And then the other was about our being together in this, that we are in our oneness, we are each on our solo journey, but at the same time, we're also on this journey with like minded folks. And so you're not alone. And we're also not alone because the spiritual divinity is always there with us. In the last couple days, I've been guided to create this series of memes, and maybe you've seen them on Enlightened World Network, but they each have a butterfly on it. And the first one was about our being a salve for the planet, to love the planet, protect the planet, and find joy in the planet. And then the next day, there were many butterflies flying together over the planet. And it was about being on our solo journey, but in community. And then today's was a ton of these butterflies and all heading home. And the message this morning was that we all will be home someday, but to sit in that energy, if you imagine this field of these butterflies and you're one of them, and you can feel the energy in the fluttering of the wings, to really sit, to remember, because we've been there before, but to sit in that energy of the collective movement of the wing. And that by remembering that energy and sitting in that energy and breathing it in, we can gather strength from that energy. And that can help us in our daily life in the 3D. Teri, does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely, it does. The butterflies are new beginnings, and there's a lot of new beginnings right now. We're being asked to stretch, we're being asked to step outside of our comfort zone and to release the fear. The butterfly doesn't have any fear when it comes out of that cocoon stage. It's happy to spread its wings. It's happy to see the world through different eyes and different perspective than when it was a caterpillar. And it's the same with us. Stretching yourself. Dr. Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. But it's you that's changing. It's inside of you, looking at the world and seeing, how can it be better? How can this day get better? Instead of looking at things that might be traumatizing or chaotic, look for what can be a great experience in your day. Open up to that butterfly that's you, that has maybe released something right here, right now, today. Maybe you pulled out some of the pain or some of the emotions, and now you're ready to soar. And we're all right here cheering you on. We will send puffs of wind to help you get those wings moving and get you up, soaring higher and higher. So feel into the oneness. Feel into the fact that you're not alone in your journey. You're not alone in your excavating and bringing out whatever needs to be dug up so that you can be free. I feel like I hear a lot of fluttering of wings, Ruth.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels really good to me.
Mm-hmm.
And some folks, it looks like they're just trying their wings for the first time. And we're so excited to help you with that and to be part of that journey for you.
And I'm hearing to not be afraid of free falling, just allowing you to go wherever you want to go, wherever your wings take you, knowing that there is that safety net. You're not going to crash. There's the crystalline grid that came up from the earth from Sandalphon. And see it as like a trampoline. So if you do feel like you're going to have a hard landing, just see in your mind's eye that you're protected, you're guided, and whatever is needed is going to be there for you to help you along this journey.
And remember, too, that butterflies innately know how to fly. You don't see many butterflies falling from the sky.
Right.
And this is not your first time of being a butterfly. You have that knowledge. That was that was really cute. Teri, I just saw the visual of a butterfly that was like flicking stuff off of its wings. Like, oh yeah, I wanted to let that go too, you know.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know, Ruth, butterflies, when they come out of that cocoon state, they can't use their wings right away. They have to pump nutrients into their body, into those wings, so that they are strong and they will float and keep them moving when they lift up. So just take that moment, be gentle with yourself. Any of you that are feeling those wings for the first time, just know that you can feel them with love. You can feel them with that protection that Michael has placed around you. And feel into the oneness and let all of us help you to feed your soul, whatever is needed to get you to that higher place. And that's what you're going to pump into those veins that's in your wings. Pump in the love, pump in light, pump in joy. And then just soar, butterfly, soar. And enjoy that day that's given. This is a gift that we have. Enjoy it.
Teri, I just saw someone go, nope, I want to stay in my cocoon longer. You know, I want to stay, I actually want to stay stuck where I am right now. And I would say to you, if that's what you want to do today, stay stuck. You have absolute free will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pull the covers up, snuggle in, and just rest. Maybe that's what's being called for you today, to just rest. And all in divine timing. It'll all come together. Just trust that everything is working perfectly in your world.
But I'm laughing. I'm seeing folks on that come to EWN. So different people are actually coming to mind on this. But as I watched this cocoon like snuggle in under the blanket, all of a sudden one wing goes pink, and then pink. It's like, okay, it's happening for you, whether you want it to or not.
Right. Yeah. It's a beautiful journey.
Teri, I love our meditation excavations. Who would have thought we would have
Me
gone
too. Me
angels and
too.
buckets and butterflies? Who would have thought?
Right? I know.
Very cool.
I love the butterflies. Yeah, I feel butterfly today. It's like lots of soaring, lots of happiness. When I see butterflies, I think of happiness.
Mhm.
I think they're just being. They're not worried. They might not have enough food to eat, or the weather might be bad. It might rain on them. They don't worry about anything. They just go with the flow and just float through life. And that's how I want to be. I want to just be floating through life and enjoying every moment, staying present. That's really the key. When we don't go into the worry and the regret and just stay right where we are in this moment, everything is working perfectly.
I'm seeing your butterfly as very light, very translucent, with all
Mhm.
different kinds of colors. It's actually really beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for this today. It was such a beautiful time together.
Yeah. Well, you're glowing. So with that, friends, so I just the sign above my head, EWN, one with the earth. We are really excited that March 20 and 21, this coming weekend, we are launching our third channel, One with the Earth. And those shows are going to be everything about the planet, the atmosphere, nature, energies, um, everything that impacts humanity, even sustainability. So we're just going to have a love fest this weekend with the planet. We're going to have shows every hour on the hour from 8 in the morning until midnight. And we invite you to join us. We're going to be on Facebook Live at Enlightened World Network, One with the Earth. If you haven't checked out that Facebook page, please do and follow it so you receive event notices. And we're really excited to bring that to the table. Teri, anything else you want to share about that?
I think it's going to be a beautiful time together this weekend. There's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of joy, and you'll find something there. Just check out the schedule and say, oh, that looks interesting. Or just come and leave it on all day and see what might pop up and it might catch your attention. Maybe it's something that's different that you haven't heard before. But there's lots of great presenters that will be coming on, a real variety of programs. I'm looking forward to it, Ruth.
I am too. And if you want to see more about that, see the lineup, you can go to www.enlightenedworld.online. So, looking forward to having you with us. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
Yes, it
So,
is.
friends, thank you for being here with us. Teri Angel, I adore you.
Oh,
And so
same
looking
here.
forward to my life as a butterfly with you next to me.
Yes.
So, friends, thank you. Take good care.